Hey, Shalom, it's your brother Yonathan. Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah, Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. This devil is not going to get away with his crimes. I know you're constantly seeing the evil that he's doing. And if we didn't know what we knew, it would seem hopeless. You know, the crimes they're guilty of have been openly declared. Nobody's in cuffs. Nobody's went to jail. Nobody's, been recompensed. So, prophecy comforts us because we see where his path is headed. Everybody's making inquisition of this man. Right now, his charges are being read in the spirit, and the Lord's going to come down with the judgment and justice. All right, now the elder Malcolm of Chicago, he already made a response to this video, but I came across it, and this Jake was speaking on the clip. So we're gonna play the clip, and then we'll respond to it through the spirit. Aparat Sazah. It's edifying. Okay, so with no further ado, let's run this clip.
Yeah.
Abram's descendants are the ones who have the right to have this land, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we do genetic testing on everybody in the land and find out who Abram's descendants are? It's really simple. We've cracked the human genome. We can do that. Why don't we do that? Would you be against doing that?
I have no idea what that would prove. I mean, maybe it would be.
What do you mean? It would prove who Abram's descendants are and who has a right to live here and who doesn't, according to the theology that you yourself just explained. And so I'm very confused as to why we don't do that if you believe the theology that you've just explained to me.
Would we do that all over the world?
And everybody, this is the only country in the world that you've said has this covenant with God, that this people have a moral and legal right to the land.
But there are people who may not have bloodlines, but who have converted to Judaism.
You can't convert over to the covenant. And the DNA testing, that's rubbish. Okay, because the way they do the testing is corrupt anyway. All right, you are what your father is, pursuing to the scriptures. That's how the Lord discerns lineage. The seed of the father is how the Lord determines what spirit he's going to put in a body. Okay, and if you really want to discern who are the children of Israel, because Abraham had more than one son. They said, the children of Abraham. Okay, but Abraham, Isaac, then Jacob. That's how the covenant goes through. Okay. Now,
are they going to be able to live?
He's going to go on to say, if I'm not mistaken in this clip, that the DNA testing in the land of Israel, that's illegal. They don't do that. Okay. But again, if they were to produce tests, it would be forged and then falsified anyway. All right, but this is 2nd Ezra 6. The point I want is in 19, but we're gonna start at 18. Okay.
Are you going to kick them out?
By
and
your
reads,
standards, they can't live here.
No,
Verse 18.
You just told me that they have
and
a
it said,
right to
behold,
live
the
here
days
because God
come
gave them the
that I
land
will
because they're
begin
the
to draw
descendants of
nigh
Abraham.
They're the
and to
descendants
visit
of
them that
Abraham,
dwell upon
but if
the
they're
earth.
the spiritual descendants
And
of
will
Abraham,
begin
they've now
to make inquisition of
decided
them.
that they're
Salakia. 2nd Ezra 6 and 19. And will begin to make inquisition of them. All right, to put something on trial, to scrutinize it. And will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion should be fulfilled. Okay, so again, they're not going to get away with these crimes. They are going to pay, and we're going to receive justice. On this side, no. But from the Lord, which there's no higher level of justice than to receive it from the Master of the universe through his Son. All right, let's continue watching this clip.
According to Judaism, then do they have a right to live in Israel?
So all you have to do is get accurate genetic testing of every person to see if they're truly a descendant of Abraham.
And of course, this Jake, he doesn't understand spiritual concepts like we just mentioned. But it just goes to show that everybody's calling into question this man who everybody just believed for so long. The truth, which for so long was hidden, is being revealed. Okay, it's bearing fruit.
We have the answer. But watch this. It's illegal to do genetic testing in this place that they claim is their own. I'm stating nothing but facts. Why would it be illegal to do the testing to find out if you truly have a birthright? Then we heard the real statement. What about the people who are Abraham's descendants spiritually and have converted to Judaism? Don't they have a right to the land too?
Well, then everybody would be able to, just the ordinary Christian. We would be, the people that you look down as the goyim, they just would be able to come into the land. All right? These people are liars, and they don't have a leg to stand on. And when Esau doesn't have a leg to stand on, he results to violence. He results to his blessing, which was the sword. Okay?
That sounds real suspicious. Because if you want to convert to Judaism, you would follow after the people who truly are descendants of Abraham with the religion that you just converted to. This sounds almost parasitic, where you want to take over and become what that thing is that you claim that you converted to, while pushing the actual ones out. Stay tuned. If you want to see that exact representation, I'll be going over that. You have to hit the subscribe.
All right, so, yeah, man. This conniving, double-crossing, two-faced spirit that is within the wicked is being put on full display. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Everybody's seeing him for who he really is. Is they going to stop him from moving forward with his bullshit? Of course not. But, you know, it's good to see. But, nonetheless, somehow, people are going to be deceived into thinking that we're the problem. Okay? So, you know, I just wanted to run that clip for you all. Bring that precept out. Abaratazah. It was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruchaha Pradash. Want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.